What if your gut wasn't just a food processing tube, but a neuron-packed powerhouse? Imagine a hidden brain nestled in your belly, over 100 million neurons orchestrating digestion, immunity, and even emotions. This is the enteric nervous system, the beating heart of the gut-brain axis, silently conversing with your central nervous system every second. Today, we unlock the secrets of your second brain, reveal the 4 secret channels it uses to talk to your head, and show you how tiny microbes are scripting your mood, your memory, and your mental health. Chapter 1. Your second brain. The enteric nervous system. Deep within the winding corridors of your gastrointestinal tract, from the esophagus to the colon, lies the enteric nervous system, a self-contained neural network so vast it rivals your spinal cord. With over 100 million neurons, it commands muscle contractions, controls enzyme secretions, and even monitors immune threats. It doesn't wait for orders from your brain. It acts independently, yet stays in constant dialogue. In transplant surgeries, researchers discovered, the gut continues functioning, digesting, secreting, and regulating, even when completely severed from the central nervous system. That's the undeniable proof of an autonomous integrated neural network working beneath your ribs. Your ENS manages peristalsis, the rhythmic muscle waves that push food along; enzyme release, fine-tuning digestive chemistry; immune defense, detecting pathogens and triggering local inflammation; nutrient sensing, adjusting digestion to fuel your body's demands. This neural army isn't just reflexive, it's smart. It can adapt to new foods, learn from pathogens, and even train parts of your immune system. In many ways, it's a backup brain, keeping you alive if your skull-bound brain can't send signals. But the ENS isn't isolated. It reports back to headquarters through high-speed channels. We'll dive into those next. Chapter 2. Silent Signals. How the gut speaks to your brain. Your second brain communicates through 4 major pathways, each a secret channel of information. First, neural pathways. The vagus nerve is your body's busiest data line, with 80% of its fibers carrying afferent signals from gut to brain. Every muscle contraction, every chemical shift, every microbial whisper travels this route. When your gut senses distension, food arriving, or toxins, it sends an instant alert to the brainstem, triggering feelings of fullness, nausea, or even stress. Second, endocrine messaging. Your gut cells churn out more than 20 distinct hormones that modulate hunger, satiety, and emotion. Ghrelin, the "I'm hungry" hormone that spikes before meals. Leptin, the "I'm satisfied" hormone that signals meal completion. Peptide, YY and CCK, regulatory peptides that slow digestion. These hormones cross the bloodstream, bind to receptors in the hypothalamus, and directly shape your appetite, energy, and focus. Third, immune dispatches. Your gut is home to 70 to 80% of your body's immune cells. When inflammation flares, due to pathogens, stress, or poor diet, the gut releases cytokines. These tiny proteins circulate to the brain, crossing the blood-brain barrier to ignite or suppress neural circuits. Elevated pro-inflammatory cytokines are directly linked to depression, anxiety, and cognitive fog. Fourth, microbial metabolites. Within your gut reside trillions of bacteria, each a chemical factory churning out neurotransmitters and metabolites. Serotonin, over 90% made here, essential for mood and appetite. Dopamine, shaping reward pathways. GABA, calming excitatory neurons. Short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, like butyrate, boost neuroplasticity and anti-inflammation. These compounds cross the blood-brain barrier, directly fueling or modulating brain function. Chapter 3. The Microbiome Metropolis. Trillions within. If your enteric nervous system is the hardware, then your microbiome is the software. Complex, evolving, and shockingly powerful. Right now, inside your gut, you host over 100 trillion microorganisms, bacteria, viruses, fungi, all working like a chemical factory. Altogether, they weigh nearly 2 kilograms and encode over 3 million genes, which is 100 times more than your own human genome. But they're not freeloaders. These microbes digest fiber, produce vitamins, protect against pathogens, and even shape your behavior. Functions of a healthy microbiome. Converts dietary fiber into short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which reduce inflammation and feed brain cells. Synthesizes essential nutrients, including B12, K2, and folate, communicates with the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal (HPA) axis, influencing stress responses, trains your immune system to distinguish between friend and foe. But when this delicate ecosystem is thrown off by poor diet, antibiotics, or chronic stress, we enter a state called dysbiosis. And dysbiosis is more than digestive discomfort. It's been linked to depression, anxiety, autism spectrum disorders, ADHD, and even neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's. One groundbreaking study by Cryan et al., 2019, revealed that gut bacteria influence neurogenesis in the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory and emotion. Even more shocking, when researchers gave germ-free mice a fecal transplant from anxious humans, those mice began exhibiting anxious behaviors without ever encountering stress. Your personality, your resilience, even your thought patterns may partly be coded by the trillions of organisms living inside you. Chapter 4. The Stress Loop. Gut, Brain, Repeat. Now let's talk about stress, the silent saboteur. When you're under chronic stress, the gut-brain conversation turns toxic. The brain sends distress signals to the gut. The gut responds by inflaming, leaking, and screaming back with more signals that amplify anxiety. This creates a self-reinforcing loop that scientists now call the gut-brain stress feedback loop. Here's how it works. The brain perceives threat or pressure, activates the HPA axis. This triggers the release of cortisol, which alters gut motility and reduces mucus lining. The gut becomes inflamed and more permeable, what researchers call a leaky gut. Gut microbes shift, beneficial ones decrease, and pro-inflammatory bacteria increase. These bacteria release endotoxins, which enter the bloodstream and trigger cytokines. Cytokines cross into the brain, leading to neuroinflammation, mood swings, and even panic attacks. This is not psychological, it's biological. When you say, "I feel it in my gut," you're speaking neurochemical truth. When your gut is inflamed, your brain is on fire. The neurotransmitter balance is also affected. GABA and serotonin, key for calm and happiness, plummet. Meanwhile, stress-loving bacteria increase production of quinolinic acid, a neurotoxin linked to agitation and brain fog. This explains why people with IBS, ulcerative colitis, or leaky gut often suffer from depression or anxiety disorders. It's not just what's in your mind, it's what's in your microbial city. Chapter 5. Food, Mood, and the Gut-Brain Axis. Here's the good news. You're not helpless. Your fork may be the most powerful mental health tool you have. Your daily diet reshapes your microbiome, sometimes in hours. It influences bacterial diversity, inflammation levels, and the production of brain-active compounds. Foods that heal. Prebiotics. Bananas, oats, onions. Feed beneficial bacteria. Probiotics. Yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut. Introduce new healthy strains. Polyphenols. Berries, olive oil, dark chocolate. Reduce inflammation. Omega-3 fatty acids. Protect the gut lining and enhance brain function. Foods that harm. Processed sugar. Feeds harmful microbes. Artificial sweeteners. Disrupt microbial balance. Emulsifiers and additives. Erode the gut lining. Highly refined carbs. Spike insulin and increase endotoxins. A 2021 review in Nutritional Neuroscience found that a Mediterranean diet, rich in fiber, ferments, and healthy fats, significantly improved mood, resilience, and sleep quality via the gut-brain axis. So next time you sit down to eat, ask yourself, are you feeding you or your second brain? So, what have we learned? Your gut is more than a digestive machine. It's a neural command center, an immune fortress, and a mood sculptor. It speaks with your brain through hormones, nerves, immune cells, and microbial messengers. When your gut thrives, your mind sharpens. When your gut suffers, your thoughts scatter, your moods crash, and your focus fades. You are not a single human. You are a superorganism, a dynamic collaboration between your human cells and trillions of microbial allies. So the next time you feel anxious, foggy, or low, ask yourself, what did I feed my brain this morning? Because maybe, just maybe, your gut has been trying to tell you something all along. Did this change the way you think about your body and your mind? Like this video if you've learned something powerful. Subscribe to Science Unlocked for more mind-blowing science that connects the dots between your body, brain, and beyond. Because knowledge isn't just power, it's biology reimagined.